Lines before we go into details of some selected stories where you and I will be taking a look at it, and hopefully we will add our own thoughts on the stories. From the Punch newspaper, we have this that says post subsidy talks, reps vow to protect vulnerable Nigerians. CPPE urges new CBN governor to prioritize clearing forex backlog. And still on the Punch newspaper, concrete road, cement price to hit 9,000 naira, says manufacturers. We hope it doesn't hit that amount, but some projection that have been made in Nigeria are coming to fruition, because we just saw over the weekend where a dollar exchanged for 1,000 naira, and it was expected that that would happen by December this year, but unfortunately it has come earlier than expected. Boko Haram insurgents killed 10 Borno farmers, abduct 9. Again, security issues we are facing. Outrage as bandit hold 21 Zamfara female students. Still insecurity bedeviling us in the country. Let's continue to look at what we have on the Punch. $10 billion debts. CBN default on payment to bank, dollars near 1,000 naira. 40 million Nigerian children from poor families, according to World Bank. Use agric export to revive economy, expert urges Cardozo. This is also contained on the Punch newspaper. Nasarawa PDP supporters hold prayer as tribunal rules today. There is really high tension there in the state, talking about the governorship election petition tribunal that will be ruling today. If it is the PDP or it is the APC, Mbugadu there with the candidate of the PDP, while the incumbent governor Abdullahi Sule. Let's see what it will unfold. Talking about the judgment there, we will keenly monitor development and keep you up to date with that. Probe missing $15 billion, 200 billion naira oil revenue, Serap tells Tinubu. I'm going to take this again because I know we've talked about NNPC a lot, talking about free oil money. Probe missing $15 billion and 200 billion naira oil revenue, Serap tells Tinubu. And ASU is also on the news today. Pay 2022 withheld salaries, ASU tells federal government. I thought I saw a particular memo last week talking about increase of salary of tertiary institution lecturers. But this is something quite different. Although we will take a look at details of this story and even more. Let's see this. NNPCL swaps 2.6 trillion naira crude for refined product. Suicide bomber kills dozens, injures score in central Somalia. Nasarawa governor tasks construction companies on compulsory insurance. Okay, today Nasarawa is on the news with two headlines, and let's see what we have next on the Guardian. Federal government to improve fintechs access to funds via. Okay, let me take that again. Federal government to improve fintechs access to funds via regulations and digital infrastructure. Despite 2.8 trillion naira subsidy, power averages 3,000 megawatts in 10 years. Let's move to the Vanguard. Labour Party condemns killing in Southeast, urges dialogue. Ohaneze seeks federal government support to end insecurity in Southeast. Still within the Southeast, the news are coming in from the Vanguard. Nnamdi Kanu's attorney Bruce Fain renews call for his release. Tinubu directs security agencies to rescue remaining female varsity students. Condemnation trails killing of Fulani leader in Plateau. Federal government to enforce use of concrete road construction, according to minister. NLC battles OPS over stand on planned nationwide strike. Imo, Labour Party Guba candidate promises 45% inclusion for women. Stop using Mohbad's death to chase clout, Best Man Thompson tells. Stop using Mohbad dead to chase clout, Best Man Thompson tells influencers. of course, this is what is happening, and a lot of people are coming out to also append their opinion on this development. A lot of people trying to become famous once again, especially those who are out of the limelight, want to make a comeback with the issue of Mohbad's death. Alright, let's begin with this story on the Vanguard that says stop using Mohbad death to chase clout, Bestman Thompson tells influencers. And don't forget, at 7:30 we will be linking up with our guest analyst, Mr. El-Rufai Oseni, who together we will be looking at some of these headlines that we have brought to you. Famous Nollywood filmmaker, actor, producer, and philanthropist Ubong Nse Thompson, also known as Bestman Thompson, has berated online activists from using the death of sensational artist El-Rufai Oladimeji Aloba, popularly known as Mohbad, to chase clout. Disclosing this in a statement sent to Vanguard, Bestman Thompson said everyone manufacturing unnecessary statements and events to confuse Nigerians are the ones causing confusion in the country. I have heard, he said, now I'm going to quote what he said, I have heard different versions of what could have really happened to Mohbad. Too many videos online on the subject matter. My take is Nigeria online artists and influencers should stop using the demise of the young man to chase clout. Some section of people that are asking for a DNA test to be carried out on the child at this point are very insensitive, as emotions are high at the moment. Let's focus on getting justice for Mohbad first, then we can talk about that part. Although this is your personal opinion, a lot of other persons will have their own opinion as to this issue of DNA and other things. But what we should focus on is that yes, justice should be chased, because it is already on course. Justice will definitely be served based on what is happening. The investigation is ongoing and the autopsy has been conducted, so let's wait and see what the outcome will be. But again, the issue of DNA, yes, tension is high, but you might be saying it is insensitive for now, but other persons will say no, it's better now that the thing is hot, the matter is hot, as it is hot. Get everything in place and make sure that once the issue is done, it's going to be done and dusted. Nobody will come back and be bringing up another issue to just to trend, just to become relevant among or within the social media space. When the young man was alive, he loved that child. That is now Thompson continue with his own thoughts here. The general public should allow the police to do their jobs by concluding the investigations at hand. As for those that left the candle night venue in Lagos to converge at the Lekki toll gate, they got what they wanted by trying to sabotage the aim of the procession to defeat its purpose. It's good for them. They got what they wanted. The police should have arrested all of them to teach them a lesson, he noted. Wow, this guy is sounding kind of a mathematical math teacher. You know how math teacher used to sound? Very authoritative and assertive. It could be recalled that Bestman Thompson had produced and acted in trending movies like Least Expected, Maimuna, Mukabala, Gleams, Good Citizen, Mustafa, If I Am President, Silent Sound, Ifeoma, Somara, and many more. This will continue to generate a lot of reactions, I know for sure, because this is his own opinion and other persons will come up with their own opinion. But again, if you look at what is happening with regard to the Mohbad death, it is really becoming something that we should look keenly into. Why would people, especially those who were in the public space, who lost some touch of their spark, now using Mohbad issue to come back to limelight and to continue to trend and become relevant? It is something that, yes, of course, I love the spirit of togetherness, that Nigeria come out in one voice to unite and seek for justice for one person. It is really, really commendable. But again, just like he highlighted, the issue of some moving to Lekki to protest, it is not okay for me. You said it is procession. Yes, procession, candle night procession. Finish that, and I, based on information that everything ended around 8 p.m. Then why would you move to Lekki? Are you protesting because justice is not served or action has not been taken? No, you did not say you're going to conduct a protest. All you said was it's going to be a candle night procession. So why would you move to Lekki? Because a lot of people will want to say this thing can be hijacked. In fact, some are even saying it has been hijacked, and that is why they moved to Lekki toll gate, because part of the plan for that day, all the activities that would be carried out on that day, nothing like moving to Lekki toll gate to go and protest. It was not on the menu. So why would other persons do that? Nothing will tell you, or nothing will convince you, or no one will convince you that those people are not mischief makers. But it's part of opinion. You might have your own contrary opinion to this whole issue, and that is why this is Voice of the People. Now you have a voice. We give you the opportunity to be heard. When other persons make their own stance known, you can as well make yours known by calling in the studio line 0700 010 961 961. I'm gonna take that number again, 070 0010 961 961. That is the number you can call to be part of the conversation. Normal call. You can as well send your SMS, or perhaps you want to use the WhatsApp handle. Yes, you can do that. You can call via the WhatsApp, or you drop your WhatsApp message and we will give it a voice. All right, let's move to another story on the Punch newspaper that says outrage as bandit hold 21 Zamfara female students. President Bola Tinubu on Sunday fumed over the abduction of 30 students of the Federal University Gusau in Zamfara State by bandits in the early hours of Friday. As of Sunday, 21 of the students were still in captivity. 7 had been rescued while 2 escaped. The Deputy Governor of Zamfara State, Mani Mumini, who was at the university to sympathize with the families and the school authorities over the incident, called on security agencies to hasten the rescue of the kidnapped students. In a press statement, the spokesperson for the Zamfara State Police Command, Yazid Abubakar, assured that the command will ensure the rescue of all the kidnapped students. He stressed that the command had deployed an additional tactical team for search and rescue operations. The police noted that on September 22nd, 2023, at about 0250 hours, that is 2:50 hours, suspected bandits riding on about 50 motorcycles armed with sophisticated weapons invaded 3 students' rented apartments in Sabangida village near the Federal University Gusau and kidnapped an unspecified number of students, taking them to an unknown destination. The president, in a statement on Sunday by his special advisor on media and publicity, Juri Ngalale, directed security agencies to rescue the abducted students. He said there is no moral justification for such heinous crimes against innocent victims whose only offense was their pursuit of quality education, Tinubu said. He affirmed that his administration has a solemn duty to protect every Nigerian citizen, and in line with this commitment, assures the families of the abducted students that no effort will be spared in ensuring their safe return. Tinubu said his government was determined to ensure that educational institutions remained sanctuaries of knowledge, growth and opportunity, and were totally free from the menacing acts of terrorists. Also reacting, the Arewa Consultative Forum on Sunday condemned the abduction of the female students of the university, describing the incident as one abduction too many. The Northern body expressed concern over the development with its negative implications for girl-child education in the region. It is with utter consternation that the Arewa Consultative Forum received news about the abduction of mostly female students of the Federal University Gusau from their private hostel at Sabangida village, Bungudu local government area of Zamfara State. Arewa Consultative Forum condemns the abduction in the strongest terms. In the strongest of terms, it is very disheartening. It is very disconcerting that such a most unfortunate criminal incident is not the first of its kind in memory, but it certainly is one abduction far too many to occur in any community in Nigeria or elsewhere in the world. The group said in a statement by its National Publicity Secretary, Professor Tukur Muhammad Baba. The ACF urged the federal government to, as a matter of urgency, rejig the nation's security architecture to come up with new multi-pronged containment strategies against insecurity and related existential threats. Similarly, Amnesty International on Sunday called on the federal government to investigate the security lapses that are enabling abductions in Zamfara state. The country director, Amnesty International Nigeria, Isa Sanusi, in a statement said schools should be places of safety and no person should have to choose between their education and their life. The Nigerian authorities have repeatedly claimed to be tackling the security situation in Zamfara state, but the ruthless activities of the gunmen tell a different story. The attack on Federal University Gusau and the abduction of students may amount to a war crime, and it is a violation of international humanitarian law. It also undermines the right to education. Also, the Coalition of Northern Groups Students Wing demanded the immediate establishment of a mini military barracks at the Federal University Gusau in Zamfara state. In a statement by its Northwest coordinator Muhammad Aliyu, the group called on the government to take immediate and decisive action to ensure the safe release of the abducted students. A lot of stakeholders have appended their own voices on this particular issue, but again, when we talk about issue of insecurity in this country, it is something that the government needs to really up their game. It's not something that we should be looking at with kid gloves. It has to be so taken with utmost seriousness, and it should be given attention. It is quite unfortunate where we found ourselves in this country. When we come up here and talk about issue of insecurity, we know that it is on the increase, and unless and until the government do something immediately, something urgent and something decisive, the issue of insecurity will continue to be with us, and recently it is really on the increase. So what should the government do? The government needs to look at alternative ways to take care of these issues. For instance, we need to look at how we can involve technology. We need to look at how we can have more training and retraining of our security architectures. We need to look at how we can also tap in the number of youths, the youthfulness that we have in this country, the brains, the best brains that we have in this country, to come up with solutions, because obviously the ones we are using are not giving us the desired result. Recently, the government, talking about the Tinubu's administration, had a rejig in terms of the security architecture, talking about the security chiefs in the country. New ones have been appointed with the expectation that the new zeal, the new ideas and the new commitment would give us a new dimension in our security architecture in the country. But unfortunately, I don't think we are seeing the desired result, because if we are to go to look at all the security headlines today, I'm not sure 2-3 hours or 4 hours will be okay for us to discuss security headlines alone that we have on our program today. But we will talk more on this issue of security and more headlines, because there is one that says bloodshed in Igbo land must end, and you will hear that Lagos driver stabs LASMA official, strips self naked. Although he has been arrested, he is in the custody of the Nigerian police. But we will talk about this and more when we come back from this time out, and thereupon our guest analyst will be joining us, talking about Mr. El-Rufai Oseni, who will also be sharing his own thoughts and perspective to some of these stories that we have today. Stay with us and please don't change your dial. This is Voice of the People, 96.1 FM Abuja, and my name is Ali Udoma. You're listening and watching Front Page Review on the Morning Ride, Monday edition, 25th day in the month of September 2023.
Do you like what we do? Want to see some more of us? Head over and mix us on YouTube, Insta, and Twitter. At Voice of the People 96.1 FM. Share us on your socials. Tell everyone. Send us a message. We'd love to hear from you. Follow us at Voice of the People 96.1 FM. See ya.
Yeah, VIP TV. VIP TV. Yeah, VIP TV. VIP TV.
We have been serving you hot and fresh content on radio, and you have been loving it. Now we're taking it further. Catch us live on YouTube at VOP TV for all the juicy content you can't resist. Talk shows, exclusive interviews, news, lifestyle, and more. It's all about you. VOP TV, show up, speak up. VOP TV.
Have you heard about the Global Win? With the Global Win, you can play the National Study Game and win up to 5 million naira worth of scholarships, covering your tuition fee to study in the finest private universities in Nigeria, and $30,000 worth of scholarships, covering your tuition fee, visa, flight, and accommodation in US, UK, and Canada. You can also play and win the vacation of your dreams. Win up to $5,000 for a trip to Maldives, Barbados, and Qatar. To be part of this, log on to www.theglobalwin.com/register. You can call us on 0907 000 0222. Register and grab your tickets. Terms and conditions apply.
The award-winning pizza in the US is now here in Nigeria. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you Romeo, the pizza champions, and cold berry ice cream. Delight in every school. Visit any of our outlets and feel the rich taste from the pizza champions and cold berry ice cream. At number 4, Ogbomosho Street, Area 8, Geriki, Abuja, or 3rd Avenue, Gwarimpa, Abuja, or Federal Housing Estate, Phase 2, Lugbe, Abuja. Call 0908-831-5906 or 0908-831-5908 or 0909-238-9861. Check us out on Instagram and Twitter at romeospizza.ng. Website www.rospizza.ng. Romeo, the pizza champions. Are you aware that Iruka Online Limited installed and designed a 100,000 capacity church building? Oh yeah, we are the sole distributors of global leading brands all over the world, such as Wafday Line Array, speakers and digital amplifiers, Preseno's digital mixers and studio equipment, Coswell workstations and keyboards, Fender guitars, Mapex drums, Ashdown bass combos, just to mention but a few. We offer flexible payment plan handled by our financial department with 24/7 customer care support system. You can visit our website on www.iruka.com to avoid buying fake products. You can also visit our showroom at number 36 Lagos International Airport Road beside Golden Tulip Hotel. Iruka, never settle for less.
Are you traveling to Lagos and desire a perfect getaway?
Look no further than the luxurious accommodations at Airport Golden Tulip Hotel, number 42 Murtala Mohammed International Road, Lagos.
Relax and unwind in our beautiful appointed rooms, featuring all the amenities you need for a comfortable stay.
Now, whether you are traveling for business or pleasure, our attentive staff is here to ensure that your every need is met. We also offer complimentary pickup and drop from the Lagos airport.
Why not take advantage of our state-of-the-art fitness center, outdoor pool, and enjoy a delicious meal at our on-site restaurant?
With stunning views, world-class service, and a prime location, Airport Golden Tulip Hotel is the perfect choice for your next vacation or business trip.
So why wait? Book your stay today and experience the ultimate in comfort and luxury at Airport Golden Tulip Hotel.
For bookings and reservations, please call 0815-8003-333 or 0815-7003-333. You can visit our website at airportgoldentuliphotel.com.
Airport Golden Tulip Hotel, where luxury meets comfort.
Believe me, believe me.
Have you ever wondered if your opinion matters? Do you know that your voice can change the narrative? Your voice matters. Lend your voice today. Become a part of our family on Voice of the People 96.1 FM Abuja.
Voice of the People 96.1 FM Abuja.
Now you have a voice.
Welcome back, and in case you just joined, this is Front Page Review on Voice of the People 96.1 FM Abuja, and my name is Aliu Doma. We have looked at quite a number of headlines, but we have looked at 2 or 3 stories, and it's time for us to link with our guest analyst, Mr. El-Rufai Oseni, who together we will be looking at more stories, and let's have his own thoughts, because he will be adding his own opinion to some of these stories that we have today on the program. We will be looking at Tinubu direct security agencies to rescue remaining female varsity students. That's going to be part of what we will be looking at. And NLC battles OPS overstand on planned nationwide strike. That is organized private sector now not supporting the NLC to shut down Nigeria's economy. This is a battle that we did not see it coming, really, but it's something that is before us. Let's see how it's going to unfold between the NLC and the organized private sector. All right, Mr. El-Rufai Oseni has joined us on the conversation this morning. Good morning, Mr. El-Rufai.
Morning, Ali. How are you, Abuja?
I'm fine, thank you. Happy New Week to you.
Happy New Week, bro. This week is your week, like they say.
Amen. All right, let's take a look at this one that says Tinubu directs security agencies to rescue remaining female varsity students. It's on the Vanguard newspaper, and I think I saw it on quite a number of papers today.
We are directing them to rescue them. Why did they kidnap them in the first place? Why is it that our security system is so porous that they kidnap them in the first place and they direct them? And you see, we've known too many years that the word of the Nigerian president sometimes, I don't know what to say. Because when you look at it, we've had a lot of directions to flush out bandits and non-state actors that are perpetrating insecurity. But this persists in the country. This persists. President Buhari said, shoot it aside, get them out of the way. Nothing happened. We all know what has become of Nigeria, especially Zamfara. Illegal mining, proliferation of arms, all sorts of terrorist groups, looting and parading and hurting people. I mean, we can't build a country this way. We're building a pariah across that area. And if we don't do something about it, it's going to come on a roost.
In fact, I was even saying something earlier before I call you, that if we are going to be looking at the security headlines that we have today, in fact, we can spend 3, 4, 5 hours. We will not exhaust the headlines that we have about security.
Ali, you want investors to come. So what if I want to set up a university of mechanized agriculture of some sort in Zamfara? Would I hear this and be happy about coming?
Not at all.
So we should secure the country first. We should secure the country. And look at what is happening. Look at how people are being hurt, being kidnapped. Insecurity all over the country unabated. We're fast becoming another Sudan. This is sad. This is sad. And the president keeps giving order. We keep pumping money into military hardware for nothing. Nothing running out.
I mean, I wanted to ask you,
so
we have new security chiefs on board. After Tinubu assumed office, he rejigged the nation's security architecture. But does that mean we are not seeing the new ideas? Because hopefully we expected that if new person come, they should come with their new vigor, new ideas of doing things different from what we used to have, so that we have a facelift, so to say. But are we seeing really new ideas in our security architecture in this country?
It remains to be seen. It's not today we've been talking about rejigging security architecture. Those things that just become buzzwords and we're not seeing results. I don't care about your ideas. All I care about is results. Your ideas are paper. It's the implementation that matters.
Of course. Impact.
Stop insecurity. Let's have a country where bandits will be scared to kidnap you because they know there are going to be dire consequences. That's all I want. No long talk. No, there's a security architect. I don't care what you do. Do it. Fix it. See, something happened in the 80s. Many years ago. If my memory serves me right. There was a group, called the Red Brigade in Italy. They were a very, very terrible terrorist group. Hurt a lot of people, killed people. So they did something. They kidnapped the former Italian Prime Minister Aldo Moro. And it was a big story for so many days out in Italy.
Hello? Hello?
Incident.
Hello, Mr. Rufai, can you hear me?
After that, can you hear me?
I can hear you now, but I didn't hear your last submission. Please, could you take that again? Oh my goodness. Hello? We're still having a bit of a challenge with the network here.
Them down totally. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you now.
They cracked that group down totally. So the question is, what if
oh my goodness. Hello, Mr. Rufai. We've got to disconnect and try to reconnect with Mr. Rufai Oseni because we are not actually getting what we need to get the crux of the story so that it's not going to be missing on transit. Don't forget that you're listening to Voice of the People 96.1 FM Abuja, and the program is Front Page Review, where we are looking at so many headlines and look at the stories where our guest analysts help us to add flesh to some of the bones that we have on the stories, and let's hear or see how it affects us as Nigerians. And he was making a very valid point in terms of our security architecture in the country. And this is something that is very, very paramount because, like we used to say on this platform, that it is the basis upon which you build any development. When you don't have secured nation, there is no way you can build anything.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you now, loud and clear.
Good. So I said, what's that incident that will make us crack down this insecurity once and for all? Nigerians should do. Our forces should do something. We can't keep going in this cycle. Let's move on to another series. Very sad story, I tell you. Sad one.
Very sad
Very
indeed.
sad.
Alright, we have this one that is talking about ASU. It says pay 2022 withheld salaries, ASU tells federal government. The Academic Staff Union of Universities has urged the federal government to release the salaries of lecturers withheld for embarking on a strike in 2022. The national president of ASU, Professor Emmanuel Osodike, told the Punch correspondent that the union expected the government to pay the withheld salaries, but that there was no engagement yet on the issue. What would be your reflection on this matter, Mr. Rufai, considering the fact that we saw a circular a couple of days ago, sometime last week, making around that 25% salary increase for tertiary institution lecturers?
So that matter of regard that salary does not concern this administration, but they have to sort it out. And I think the campaign there was that in the spirit of goodwill, and the fact that matter was finally settled in court and all of that, because as the government has to force us to take them to industrial court, then it was said that okay, the government should have paid them because the government then was still no work, no pay. But look, lecturers kept on saying that because we're not teaching, anything we're not doing, we're not teaching. But we're still in school, we're still conducting research, so why don't you pay them? So those were the arguments on both sides. But I think the government should be able to fix the encumbrances. These are things inherited from the last administration. Pure and simple. They should be able to do it. But I know the argument of the government, where are we going to get the money from? You have to look for the money. You have to look for the money. That's why I call government. You have to solve problems. You have to solve problems, don't jump forward. If you don't solve problems, you don't get anywhere.
All right, we have this other headline on the Punch newspaper that is kind of queuing or subscribing to what you have been calling for on this platform. And again, we will continue to do that. Probe missing $15 billion, 200 billion naira oil revenue, Serap tells Tinubu. The Socio-Economic Rights and Accountability Project has called on the President Bola Tinubu to launch an investigation into allegations of missing and unaccounted funds totaling over $15 billion oil revenues and 200 billion naira budgeted for refinery repairs between 2020 and 2021. Still citing NATI as their source, talking about the audit report of 2021 that was released by NATI.
This is very, very sad. Very, very sad. And I think once and for all, the government must have to carry out an independent assessment and an audit on what really happened, as regards oil funds and all of that, and the enemies. That's just it.
All right.
We must carry.
Still talking about dollars, we're talking about billions of dollars. Let's take a look at this one also that says $10 billion debt. CBN defaults on payments to banks. Dollar near 1,000 naira. Over the weeks after the Central Bank of Nigeria promised to clear over $10 billion foreign exchange debt owed DMBs, the Apex Bank has yet to do so, according to findings by the Punch. This came as the naira was sold between 990 naira to the dollar and 995 naira to the dollar by bureau de change operators on Friday and Saturday in Lagos, Abuja, and Kano. On the I&E window, it's 747 naira 76 kobo on Friday, from 772 naira 98 kobo. Although I don't like mentioning the I&E window figure, but for purpose of record and for people to know, that is why I reflect on that, because there is a no-go area for the average Nigerian. That is why I prefer going with the parallel, which is the black market, which is the easily and readily available and accessible to Nigerians. What would you say about this issue, Mr. Rufai?
My brother, we have lost direction when it comes to managing this our forex. We have lost direction. You remember all the things I said?
Very well, vividly.
At first, you floated the currency without having the capacity to defend. And when I say defend, means money.
Yeah.
You need to have money to defend, because when the market forces start to play out, you need to at least clear your encumbrances. We have a backlog of between 6 to 10 billion US dollars that we've not cleared. So there's so much going on. So much going on. And you can see where we are today. So, my brother, I don't want to speak about you because I've spoken ad nauseum. If you heard all my statement, I've analyzed, I've done everything. In fact, I've given full lectures. I do.
Of course.
On this platform. So, but for those that called me a liar, and my predictions not coming to pass today, when I said it was a wrong idea to float if you don't have enough arsenal, just keep defending your currency there. So because of the past process, have I not been proven right today? Look at the dollar to the naira. The currency is helpless. Hopefully, maybe when this tide of demand for dollar for educational activities go by, maybe we'll be able to reflate a bit. But thinking dollar will come down again is an illusion. No?
Really, it is.
Let's move.
We have to be realistic. Talking about figures, 40 million Nigerian children from poor families, according to World Bank. 40 million children are living in extremely poor households, the World Bank has disclosed. The bank noted that most children in extreme poverty lived in middle-income countries, with the total number of poor children amounting to 179.4 million. And Nigeria, we have 40 million children. That's about 37.9% living in extremely poor households.
That's a sad reality. So what are we doing to fight childhood poverty? What are we doing to fight childhood poverty? What are we doing to fight childhood poverty? What are we doing for the plight of children that can't even go to school? What are we doing for out of school children? How are we providing parks, public libraries, aiding them? There's so much that the government needs to do. What are we even doing to tackle the problem of childhood nutrition? A lot of children out there can't even get the proper nutrition. You'll be amazed a little. Proper nutrition for them to grow. They can't get it. But you see, what are the solutions? Number one, government must put money as regards counterpart funding with UNICEF and other bodies for childhood nutrition. Number two, government must uphold the rights of children in accordance with the Child Rights Act so that children are not victimized, they are not forced into early marriages. Number three, government must set aside funds for saving our schools and also making our schools safe for children to be able to attend because of insecurity. Number four, government must be able to institute a plan for social services as regards the development of every child and make our social services department more active as regards the development of every child. Number five, government must be able to account for every Nigerian child. The question is, what is the dream of every Nigerian child? What makes up every Nigerian child? And what can government do to be able to make that Nigerian child possible? Number six, government must work in tandem with Nigerian families to be able to improve the plight of their children. How can government do that? By little tokens, by little funds, by ensuring that the schools are properly run, by ensuring that the communities are better and safer for people. I just put out ideas there.
Of course, great ones for that matter. Fantastic ideas. Let's move to Vanguard, where we have NLC battles organized private sector over stand on planned nationwide strike. The Nigerian Labour Congress, NLC, has slammed the organized private sector over its opposition to a nationwide strike on the grounds that the economy cannot withstand countrywide industrial action now. It said that the organized private sector was opposing the strike because it wanted to continue paying slave wages to workers. Mr. El-Rufai, let's hear your thoughts about this issue between organized private sector and the NLC.
You see, nobody wants strike to cripple the economy, but the government has shown bad faith in all of this. In all of the negotiations, the government has not come through based on the things it said it will do. So when you have that case, then it becomes a conundrum. How do you fix the plight of workers? The government has not said anything about that. You keep holding meetings and then say we are going nowhere, and the economy is biting hard. People are suffering. The other day, did you see the picture of or the video of a bus where somebody, it was just a bus that went to deliver something in the market. Yeah, guess what happened?
They looted
the bus because people are hungry.
Yeah, I saw it. Obviously, I saw it.
People are very hungry. So when are we going to stop all of this? When are we going to stop all of this? And the government keeps saying, it's not responsive, it's not. You see, you have to do something as government. Very simple. That's why the people trust. That's why they are hoping.
And now NLC are of the opinion that the organized private sector are not in support of what the NLC or the actions the NLC are taking now, simply because they feel that if the NLC are able to come to a conclusion with the government, probably some of those decisions might have a binding effect on the organized private sector.
Obviously, you know, it's that selfish interest of the NLC. But the most important thing the organized private sector must do is that if your workers are not well remunerated, are not well empowered, it will give you premium productivity. That's why productivity levels are low in Nigeria, one of the lowest in the world, if my memory serves me right.
All right, we have this one also on the Vanguard newspaper. Mr. El-Rufai, are you with me?
Yeah.
It's a write-up by Chidi Odinkalu. He said how Nigeria's court became the lost hope of the common man.
It's sad. Nigeria has so much prospect. So much prospect. But we lost it due to corruption, due to nepotism, due to bad governance. We lost it. See, there was a Time magazine article. In fact, what's it called? Tafawa Balewa. Maybe when Nigeria became a republic, December 1963. was the face of Time, because Time magazine did that, editorial, and was saying that Nigeria, has a lot of potential. But look at that Nigeria today. It has become the country with one of the lowest productivity. In fact, I was correct. I just had to fact check myself because I'm a man of facts. You know me.
Of course, I do.
The least productive country in the world, 2022, was Iran, with an average productivity of 38.6%, followed by Mongolia and followed by Nigeria. So we are the third least productive country in the world.
And we are the black most populous nation.
We are the black most populous nation.
Opposite tide. So
Nigeria lost its way because of bad leadership and so many factors. See, there's a song Unilag students used to sing. I heard the last time when they were protesting. And I want to sing that song in Yoruba and I'll translate it to English. The song says, Gbogbo wa la lọ́wọ́ ń bẹ, gbogbo wa la lọ́wọ́ ń bẹ, bí Nigeria ṣe bàjẹ́, gbogbo wa la lọ́wọ́ ń bẹ. What it means is that we all have a hand in it. We all have a hand in it. When Nigeria got destroyed, we all have a hand in it. And please, we must all fix our country. Because with you that you are supporting illegality because it favors you and your political inclination, you are part of the problem of Nigeria. You that you see the truth and you can't speak because you benefit from that lie, you're part of the problem of Nigeria. You that you see ineptitude, you can't speak up, you're part of Nigerian problem. You, girlfriend to big man, you know that the big man is stealing corrupted money to come and give you, you're part of the problem of Nigeria. It is all of us that have a hand in the destruction of this country. And we must fix it. Because this is the only country we have in the world.
Certainly.
I rest my case. Bless you.
Bless you too, Mr. Rufai. Thank you very much.
Bless you.
Bless you too. You have a lovely day ahead. All right, that was Mr. Rufai Oseni, who closed with a very strong phrase there, talking about the problem of Nigeria, that you and I have hands in it and we have to come collectively to solve our problem. We need to contribute our own quota at our own various level. Don't feel that your level is insignificant. No, you can actually contribute your own quota. They say a tree cannot make a forest, but the aggregation of trees makes a forest. So you have to put something. So long as you put one food after the other, you will get to your destination. That is what we believe, and that is going to be the size of our package for today, considering time is up for the program. This is Voice of the People, 96.1 FM Abuja, front page review for Monday edition, 25th September 2023. Thank you very much for listening. Thank you very much for watching us on our social media handle. In case you are listening and you don't know, you can actually watch us live as we broadcast on Voice of the People Abuja on YouTube, and you can also check us across other social media handles at VOP961 on Facebook, on Twitter, now X, on Thread, on Instagram as well. All of our content are there. You can watch what you've missed, and if you want to check something, probably you want to fact check something, you can actually go back there and check. Don't forget to please like and subscribe, especially our YouTube handle. Subscribe, we appreciate your subscription there, and don't forget to click on that bell so that whenever we come up with our programs, you will get a notification. You won't miss any of our content. At 8 o'clock will be time for Igbo Amaka, same front page review but in English language. Imre will come through with that. I'm gonna go pay some bills, then he will come take over from there until I come back, because I'm gonna be back again. I'm not done for the day. We have a lot to do together today. Stay with us and please don't change your dial. This is your friendly frequency, your one shop station for good talk and beautiful music. My name is Ali Udoma. Have a productive day ahead.
Unity is the spice of our station.
Voice